I think that's such
You
a
describe
great
French girls.
Maybe that's it. I guess that's it, huh? So you just do it.
Just from the heart.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Hunchback Reacts. And we're here with Fabiola Francione.
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 It's Italian.
It's Italian. And then again, you are originated in France. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I'm from south of France. I was born and raised there, but I also lived in Abu Dhabi for a year. So when I did university, I started my first year online from Abu Dhabi. But I also have mixed roots from Indonesia.
Look at that. Fabiola is doing social media for us, but she also has a background in a piano. So you have been a piano player for a long time. How did that originate?
Well, I started when I was younger. My mom kind of pushed me to do piano, but I've always liked dancing and, you know, classical music, jazz music. So I did focus my piano sessions on like that kind of genre.
Did you like that she pushed you into that direction? Like, I never been pushed into playing piano. And now looking back at it, I'm like, oh, I kind of wish to have that classical training.
No, yes, I do like it. I do appreciate that she did that for me because it opened my mind. It opened my liking for music more and piano. And I wish I could go back to it right now.
I definitely use the piano as a basis. So when it depends a little bit on the project, but when I'm writing for something, the piano is a very nice basis to get the melodies, the harmonies done. It is a very important instrument in the production of the music. And of course, it depends on the project. Hey, but you picked something not completely far away from France. One of your favorites, a trailer. Which one did you pick?
I picked Inception, and I like that movie. I remember the first time I watched it, it was during my hotel era. So I used to live in hotels when I first came to Rotterdam because I studied there. Yeah, I was with a friend and she told me about it and we just watched it together and ever since. You know.
It is on the favorites, like Inception and Nolan. I've said it before here. It's one of my favorite directors, and this movie must compete for the #1 position in like when everything comes together, where there's like the philosophy and the action and the music. Everything was like great to me. Shall we just dive into it and see what we think and how it brings us back to when we first watched this? All right.
That works.
Let's go
for my glasses.
Oh, here we go. Let's go and dream.
There's one thing you should know about me. I specialize in a very specific type of security.
So mysterious to me when I saw this for the first time.
You're talking about dreams.
Oh yes, there the classic horn.
Mr. Cobb has a job offer he would like to discuss with you.
Like a work placement?
Man.
Not exactly.
Oh yes.
We create the world of the dream.
Lucid
That's
dreams.
amazing.
I love this.
We bring the subject into that dream.
They brought it back with Doctor Strange a little bit, that Inception feel.
Then you break in and steal it.
Well, it's not strictly speaking legal.
It's not... Leo also in this movie is so good.
I'm ready.
Oh yes. Also the atmosphere on like the different environments.
I like these dreams.
Job. That's how
Very romantic movie. Most people just see the action, but
dreams feel real while we're in them. It's only when we wake up that we realize something
that's scary in dreams.
strange.
Oh yes, explosions.
We're not prepared for this.
I see it in the crowd. Slow-mo always gets me. Doesn't matter if it's games or movies, it's just... Oh
I have it
wow.
under control.
And kind of almost zero gravity, of course, their movements, it's just...
Those sceneries are just amazing.
I
Yeah.
hate to see out of control.
You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
No. Tom Hardy. What? One boom in the face. No, man, this movie funny because this effect, this horn that you hear constantly became insanely big or wildly used in trailers because it just works so well.
It gives like a menace feeling.
Yeah, and it has been used, and it's still sometimes they just said go for that Inception horn, just go, just make it go Brahm, and it works. It got really overused at some point. I think the last movie I watched was or The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio, or it was Titanic, and for some reason I didn't had like a good concept on what kind of actor he was, and I just dove into this movie and I was blown away by his performance, but then also the whole concept of the movie.
He's amazing. The whole cast is amazing.
Yeah, it's an actually insane cast. And then dreams, and this whole concept of dreams and lucid dreams and knowing that you are dreaming was something I did when I was younger a lot, or I was aware that I was dreaming. And most of the time,
that's something that scares me.
You didn't have that when you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think.
But do you remember your dreams?
I do remember my dreams, but I'm not aware that I'm dreaming.
Okay, it's
terrifying. I feel like that.
The kind of sinister part to me was like I had a lot of nightmares when I was younger, and these nightmares were so scary to me that I wanted to get out. But within these nightmares, I discovered it was a nightmare, and to get out, I needed to die. And I needed to sacrifice myself to the shark or the person that's behind me. And I woke up. And at one point I said to myself, yeah, but what if I actually think that I'm dreaming in reality and I make that radical choice? That's kind of a fatal thing to do. Yeah. So I stopped doing it. And that way I also stopped lucid dreaming. And therefore this movie was even more prominent to me because it is a little bit about what is reality and what is the dream. And I find it really cool. Like this is kind of the trailer that you see is such an action-packed cannon in the face. It's a good sell, but then the movie is also very more intellectual and deep into discovering this way of like what is a dream and what is reality.
That's what I like too. Like the concept. It's a very smart concept. I feel like no action movies have. I usually don't like action movies, but this one for some reason I really liked. Just because of the concept itself, and it's different, and the way it was executed, produced, everything.
I think Nolan has such a good idea for selling quite intellectual and difficult subjects, and then pack it into this Hollywood action movie, so everybody gets something. So for people that want to dive a little bit more deeper into this concept of dreams and realities, and some people that dive a little bit more into action. And there's also in the heart of it, I always think there's this incredibly romance story, kind of a heartbreaking romance story. So some people say, what is your favorite romantic movie? I sometimes say this one.
Yeah?
Like, what? Why that? It's like, just watch it again and just go deeper in that relationship. It's quite deep.
What was your favorite part, do you think, in the whole trailer, the music part?
So I think they were the trendsetter in this wildly used horn. That's really cool.
Yeah, the horns.
I do think because it's about time you have like the staccato strings that are going about, that's kind of doing that little trick. I don't think this was yet the soundtrack of Hans Zimmer used. I think what he did was to use the song of Edith Piaf, and he slowed it down, and therefore kind of the theme of the whole film was there. Used the clock a lot, and I think that works really well for this trailer. I think it's selling a little bit more of the action-packed stuff, and you should. Then there's also other trailers that go a little bit more into the deepness of kind of the concept of this movie. But for this one, I think I saw it before. I said, wow, what the hell is happening here? I definitely need to go into this sci-fi movie. And after that, I think I watched way more movies from Nolan and from, I think he did the Batman Begins, he did before this, and Memento he did before that. So I really discovered all these great actors and director via this movie.
I actually did start with Inception, and then I started watching Interstellar and then other movies. Like
so
Batman.
did it bring you back to stuff in Paris? Like I love this whole elegant setting and then bending this whole city that everybody knows around.
I mean, I guess it did, like the architecture a little, but especially since they use Marion Cotillard, I love her. And yeah, she kind of reminds me of when I used to live in France. Just the vibe in general.
She is an elegant, intriguing, but
Very
scary
elegant.
woman in this phase. There's a moment where I almost jump scared from this intriguing look Marion was showing, but I think that's such
You
a
describe
great
French girls.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm not used to French girls that much then, but no, but amazing. Like such a good fit for that role.
Definitely.
Because, but before we're spoiling anything for the people that didn't watch it yet, I think how she is being portrayed, and before you know everything about her and her character, she needs to be that. She needs to be a little bit on the line of mysterious to an extent of being intimidating. And I think that's such a good fit to pick her. And and also very, very sad if you look at the whole movie, how certain thoughts can kind of overcome you, and kind of you can't get rid of those ideas anymore. Kind of a little bit of how you make music as well. Sometimes you get these ideas in your head. Are they your own or not? Maybe they come from this bigger pool of creativity. How do you have that? Like when you have been playing music, did you only write down the music that was on the kind of paper, or did you also improvise sometimes?
Sometimes I like to improvise, yeah.
Where do you think you get that from?
I just go with the flow. Whatever feeling I'm feeling that day, I just do it.
And you just
That's
play
the
that
trick.
from...
Just do it.
I guess that's it, huh? So you just do it.
Just
and
from the heart.
I guess that's it. Where you always start off, and sometimes going it straight from the heart doesn't sound the best. And sometimes you actually nail it right on the head.
Yeah.
But yes, beautiful movie, big soundtrack, but then also sometimes very small. I think one of my favorites, cinematic composition, Time from Hans Zimmer, is in that, which is a quite minimalistic piece of piano that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and then ends so small again. Gorgeous piece of music. So for people that didn't hear that, go in that.
You must listen.
Yeah, must listen and must see.
Watch.
Definitely. Inception. Go watch it. If it's not for the movie, then it's for the soundtrack. If it's not for the soundtrack, then it's for the actors. So for everybody, something, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, but thanks for bringing this one. One of my all-time favorites as well. So a great pick.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. For you guys, if you like this, make sure to subscribe. And if you have any suggestions on people that you want to react on, or movies or games, please leave it down in the suggestions. For now, I want to thank you for watching and see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you like it, make sure to check our other suggestions. Also, if you want to support us, make sure to hit the logo and subscribe.